Right, 10 November 2025, and today I'm excited to be giving you the morning updates, and it's going to be a quick one because today we've got a very important event taking place in Pretoria. So today, Job Sikhala is going to be appearing in court after spending the weekend in jail. So unfortunately, South African courts are not open on Saturdays and Sundays, as far as I know. So we expect that he's going to appear at the High Court in Pretoria, and that is Job Sikhala. Very unfortunate arrest last week after being found in a car with explosives. So let's quickly go through the news because I've got a flight to take. So the most important news that we have today is that Chiwenga and Mnangagwa, at least in public, they appear to be reconciling. So on Wednesday, we're going to see if a meeting is going to take place that has been advertised. That is a meeting between Chiwenga and some of the people that are in support of Mnangagwa. So we're talking here of people like Tungwarara and Machach and also Blessing Chebundo. So on Wednesday, there has been an advert for a retainees interface. There are many of these taking place. So this is not the only one that is taking place. Currently, Zanu-PF is taking or going around the whole country, performing public functions. And one of the functions that they're holding are retainees interfaces, which are currently taking place. We've seen yesterday many people being welcomed into Zanu-PF at various places during DCC meetings. And basically what Mnangagwa is doing is he's preparing for ED 2030. He wants to make sure that people accept him and see him as a president that is doing a lot of work. So let's see what happens on Wednesday. Is this meeting going to take place? What Mnangagwa is also doing is giving airtime to Chiwenga. So in every news bulletin since last week, Chiwenga has featured or Mini has featured. So previously, there was a blackout on Chiwenga. However, in all press right now as we speak, that is the Herald, the Chronicle, the main news, you're going to see Chiwenga featuring over there. That time of fighting between Chiwenga and Mnangagwa appears to have ended. However, let's see what happens here, because people like Tungwarara are seen as people who have never shared a stage with the Chiwenga. So there is no day that Chiwenga, Wikino, Tagure has ever shared a stage with the Chiwenga. So let's see what happens. This is very close. We are just on the verge. The day you see Tagure and Chiwenga on the same stage, we're going to have moved to a different level. And I hope that that happens soon. However, let me show you the video from yesterday where Patrick Chinamasa issued a warning to Chiwenga. Remember, I said I will show you that in the morning. My video is ready now. So let me show you that video.
Resolution yakakosha nge-implementation ye-resolution itakaita bhurapero yekuti ye-extension ye-term of office ya-president. Ndinokutendai kuti panyaya iyoyo takabata taramba anodududza ngatirambe takabatana paresolution iyo yokuti iye zvino tichenda mberi haichiri mumaoko edu, yamumaoko ehurumende neparamende. Resolution yakanga pachena kuti yakuda kuitwa implement, handinowanipa yakaitwa gore rapera kuti iitwe implement, and achaimplementa igovernment, Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, achizobatana neparliament.
Okay, so it's clear The one thing that is being focused on in Zanu-PF right now is Mnangagwa's third term. Everyone is being rallied. They don't want any confusion. They don't want any fighting. But is Chiwenga going to accept it? Let's see what happens on Wednesday. We'll see if Chiwenga is going to feature, if he's going to attend. If he doesn't attend, it means the fight is not over. If he attends, it means the fight is over. So that is amazing. Let's see what happens between Mnangagwa and Chiwenga. We also saw Tagwiri chanting a slogan for 2 minutes non-stop. So Tagwiri chanted a slogan for 2 minutes non-stop. I don't know if you guys saw this. Okay. 2 minutes of slogan. That is Tagwiri. The man is no longer a businessman. He is a full-time politician and likely to be the next president of Zimbabwe. That is exactly what we're seeing here. The transformation of Tagwiri from a businessman to a full-time politician and now being accepted as the incoming president of Zanu-PF. Let's see how it goes. You can see that is not on this poster, but it's not long before he gets on this poster. Those top 3 positions there, one of them is going to be soon held by Tagwiri. Okay, let's quickly go through other news. Very sad to see that 10 people were missing at Silobela. So there is a gold mining company there called Peace Mining, and 10 gold, what we can call makorokoza, informal gold diggers, have been stuck underground after the mine was flooded. So I'll try to find you the latest on this story. I'm not sure how many of these people have passed away or if they've been retrieved from down there. So in Zimbabwe, during the rainy season, the government normally orders the closure of all mines. So informal mining is banned. So I don't know why they're allowing it right now, because as it is right now, we're going to see a lot of people passing away. I know gold is doing well, but they must stop it because people will die. A lot of people will die. And then let's go to the newspapers very quickly. We're going to start with the H Metro newspaper. In the H Metro newspaper, they are leading with the story of many people winning in when the Scotland team won the league. Many people were obviously gambling over that. So that is their lead story. I don't know if it's a good idea to encourage people. Don't try it at home. So do not gamble. Unopera mari yako mahara. But many people in Zimbabwe stuck in gambling, and also South Africans. Many South Africans are stuck in gambling. So let me try to get this newspaper clean, because there are too many dots on that newspaper. So I'm trying to clean it up while we talk a little bit. You are aware that President Cyril Ramaphosa has met the Pope yesterday. So this is an amazing meeting. This Pope is so welcoming to many Africans. He has met President of Zimbabwe, Mnangagwa, Vice President of Zimbabwe and his wife, Chiwenga and Mini. He has also now met President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. I do not see the daughter here. I saw she was walking with him towards the meeting, but I did not see her shaking the hands. Similarly, when Mnangagwa went, he took his son. So you can see the pattern. He took his son, but then I did not see her. I did not see the son of Mnangagwa shaking hands with the Pope. So I don't know what is the protocol. Maybe only meets heads of state or leaders of government. But I didn't see him meeting with the The Sun. So I'm trying to go into this newspaper. Just apologies here as I quickly open it. So that is the Herald newspaper of Zimbabwe. In the Herald newspaper of Zimbabwe, obviously, that is where you get the official position of the government. On Wednesday, we're going to see Dangote arriving in Zimbabwe. That will be an amazing meeting. Many people are looking forward to that meeting. So let me just quickly go into the Herald newspaper. Unfortunately, I'm failing to get rid of those dots. So we still have them. But anyway, we only want the headlines. So in the Herald, over 35,000 houses added to the national grid. So Mnangagwa is continuing with touting his projects. All these things that you're seeing here, it's ED 2030. Dangote expected on Wednesday, and then solar plant boosts Sengwa Dam construction. So there are so many things happening over here. And then let's see if there's anything else. Sikhala to appear in court today. Sikhala and Tema, who are in police custody at Pretoria Central, were arrested early on Friday morning. That is not true. They were arrested on Thursday evening. So around 6 p.m. That is when they were arrested. They were not arrested in the morning. So many people are not clear about this thing. The meeting took place. So the meeting between Sikhala and the people that were with him at Wonder Park took place around 2 in the afternoon. When they were driving back to Pretoria, they were then stopped. I showed you, I went to the place. Go to Gambakwe.com. When you want to know what is happening in South Africa, go and check Gambakwe. They were arrested in the afternoon, and then they were locked up by 6 p.m. on Thursday night. Then on Friday, that's when we heard the news after it was published by Ngarivume. And then we went to the police station. So the actual arrest took place in the afternoon or in the evening on Thursday night. So that is how it happened. And then let's look at if there's anything else here of interest. Herald newspaper, very big newspaper, so you can go and check it out. But I know that most of you don't live in Harare, so you won't see this newspaper. That is why I show you the newspaper, because people in Nyanga, people in Kariba, people in all these places don't see the newspaper. Now look at fraud. So much fraud taking place. Accountant faces 175,000 fraud. Cashier embezzles 79,000. That is cashier Dairy Board Zimbabwe. And then fraudsters. Most Zimbabweans, if you don't control them, they will rob you blind, especially if you run a business. Make sure you put in place enough controls, because there's so much theft taking place in Zimbabwe. A lot of people are not trustworthy, and you need to do background checks on your employees. So if you've got an employee who handles cash, do a background check on that employee. So one of our sponsors, who is coming within the next few weeks, does background checks. So what we'll be doing for you going forward is we'll obviously present to you the kind of people that can do a background check. You take fingerprints. Those fingerprints are taken for police clearance. Don't employ an accountant, someone who is a cashier, someone who deals with children who has not been vetted. So we're going to be giving you that person who runs that company, a forensics company, who will be able to do those background checks for you. Otherwise, you're going to lose $180,000 to save $100 on a background check. And if a person fails, let's say someone has stolen in the previous company, don't employ that person. Chigananda. Don't employ Chigananda in your company. Unofira mahara. And then let's go to the Chronicle newspaper of Zimbabwe. As I said, businesses in Zimbabwe are being robbed blind. It's so bad. Companies like the Dairy Board, a company like Zinara, it's as if they employ the whole group that they employ. Their only job is to go to the office to find out how they can steal more money from the company. So let's go to the Chronicle newspaper. And I'm particularly looking for the story, one particular story. Let's see what happened here. So here in front, at the front of the newspaper, for the first time, this is the first time this has happened. You don't have Mnangagwa at the front of this newspaper. This has never happened this year. So I don't know what has happened. So let's look what this is. It must be really important. Mr. Rasho Mhlanga and Mr. Atuo Chingini, or their miracle baby, also named Miracle, along her pediatric specialist consultants, Dr. Nyasha Jase Cha Sauka. So how a 5 gram baby became Blawayo's little fighter. So Miss Rasho Mhlanga of Nketa was supposed to be a familiar territory, but nothing could have prepared her for the storm she was about to face. Today, her daughter, Christ Wish, is 11 months, but the story of how she got here still feels unreal. She was born at 400 grams. She was so tiny that her gender was not immediately clear. She was like a little mouse. So I think that is why they put this story here. Go and check it out. The first time in the history of the Chronicle newspaper and the Herald newspaper where Mnangagwa is not the picture at the front. That is crazy. I hope that someone's not going to be in trouble. Then let's see what else is here. Sekuru Wangu, Sekuru Masuka. This is the most hardest working minister, probably the most senior minister in the government of Zimbabwe. So Dr. Ignatius Masuka being interviewed at Mr. Patrick and Miss Lita Dube in Caesar. So he went to Caesar, and then let's see what else is here. Anything of interest? Let's look at this young lady here. Sifiso Yolanda Swanda. Look at those tattoos. 1983. That is a tattoo. From playing instruments in church to moving dance floors across Bulawayo and more, Harare DJ Sifiso, born Sifiso Yolanda Swanda, has been steadily rising. So go check it out. She's stunning. I don't know what she's doing. What she's been nominated for, BAA. What is BAA? So I don't know. It is not clear at the top here. What BAA? Okay, Bulawayo Arts Awards. So you can go and check out the young lady here, Sifiso Yolanda Swanda. And then Konti Mhlanga daughter claims a place in arts industry. So this young lady is Grina Warabile Mhlanga. So guys, let me tell you a story. I met Konti Mhlanga, let's say 4 or 5 times. The late Konti Mhlanga, right? So the late Konti Mhlanga used to run Amakosi Theatre Productions. So I used to work for an IT company. As a student, I was an intern. So I would tag along with my senior at that time. I think that was Precious. So we would go to all the companies in Bulawayo. And one of the places we would go frequently was Amakosi Theatre Productions. And I did meet Kont. And he would sit and look at you. And he would be so quiet. He would talk so quietly. He would be like, when we're in his presence, nothing can explain the way Kont Mhlanga communicated. And I think many people don't understand. You will never understand. So that is his daughter over here. She is featured in the Chronicle newspaper. In Bulawayo, Gcina Warabile Mhlanga stands as a key figure in the city's cultural landscape. So go and check it out in the Chronicle. The Chronicle gives you all their news for free. So if you just go type chronicle.co.zw, you see all their stories, stories for free. And then Fifi Cooper is coming to Zimbabwe. So I don't know if you guys know Fifi Cooper. She's one of the South African musicians. She's going to be coming to, which place is she going? I'm trying to look quickly here. Normally, I would like to see a story that says South African hip-hop star Fifi Cooper is expected in Zimbabwe this weekend. And where is that place? So let's see where she's going to be. I'm not seeing the exact place here. I have to dig deep in this story. So there's no summary at the top. Guys, When you write your stories, put your summary at the top. Then let's go to what newspapers even I looked at right now. Let's go to Zambia. Zambia, my favorite country. So much happening this week. We're expecting one of the biggest presidential visits coming into Zambia. President Hakainde Hichilema, my favorite president. I like him. So let's see what is here. Okay, I'm going to click on the nation and see if there's anything of interest. Remember today, President Duma Boko is giving the State of the Nation address. That is what, is it today or yesterday? I do not know. Let me check when I talk to him. Okay, Makebi Zulu is back home. So he's back from South Africa. We was trying to get the body of President Lungu to stay as much as possible. So let's see what it says here in this newspaper. So I'm looking for anything of interest here. If there's anything, nothing. So there's nothing else here except that Makebi Zulu is back in Zambia. He's going to be a presidential candidate. The presidential election of Zambia is going to be the most contested election you have ever seen. So many people are coming to try to be the president of Zambia, but none has the profile of President Hakainde Hichilema. People can try. Zambia has got the best president you've ever seen. President Hakainde Hichilema, the best president in this region, together with President Duma Boko. They're doing so well. The youngest presidents, and Zambia is blessed. I like it. I like the fact that President Hakainde Hichilema is doing so well. And you can try anything. Zambia has never had a president like President Hakainde Hichilema. Amazing president. And I think we should give him a hand. Let's clap some hands for President Hakainde Hichilema. I like him so much. I think everyone who has been in the presence of President Hakainde Hichilema, they know this is amazing. That is amazing, President Hakainde Hichilema. Amazing stuff. Let's look at the Star newspaper today. I want to quickly look at the Star. Okay, the Star has published. I haven't seen it because they published very late today. So let's look at what they're saying here. Pretoria unfazed by US G20 boycott. These guys are saying they don't care that the United States is not coming. None of the people in the United States are coming. Vice President JD is not coming. Guys, this is the worst decision as a government. When the Americans don't work with you, you can't do anything. The Americans is the home of capital. So there's no country with capital like the Americans. So you can't say you're not first. I know that you want the Americans next to you. And then obviously there's a story of GBV. And then let's see what else. Oh my God, 4 alleged robbers shot dead as police thwart cash in transit heist. And this is another shooting. Every week there's a shooting here of people who are said to be robbers, and it's becoming a problem. You can't just drive around these days. So let me give you a tip. If you're in South Africa, don't be in a car and there are more than 3 men in that car. It's very dangerous. So if you're driving in South Africa and there's 2 or 3 of you, that's fine. The moment you become 4 or 5 men in one car, you are looking for trouble. Looking for trouble. So avoid being many men in one car. And then let's go to the results. Financial results. We've got the Foshini Group. They've published here. So that is the Foshini Group results. So look at that massive revenue loss that is taking place. So operating, the revenue is actually up, but the profit is down. So down 10%, down 21%. This is terrible. So this is 31 million as revenue. This is very tiny. I don't understand why this Foshini is having such a small revenue, but this is very little revenue. I don't understand it. It's almost like a tiny amount of money. I don't get it. So the Foshini not doing well, and then This is a massive lecture that is taking place. The University of South Africa will hold the 2025 Founders Lecture and the gala dinner at its main campus on Thursday the 20th, hosted by Professor Huleng Lenkabula, yes, and renowned political analyst Professor Jeffrey Disash will deliver the year's Founders Lecture. So go over there. If you are the alumni of UNISA, go over there. But let me show you one stunning thing that has happened in South Africa. So the IDC has got the largest amount of money. So the IDC is the Industrial Development Corporation of South Africa. They hold the largest number of investments. We're talking of trillions and trillions. But did you know that this IDC, which has got the office at Sandton, has got 5 out of 13 of their executives in acting positions? So one of the best things that you need to do in a company is to have people in permanent positions. But the IDC has got 5 out of their 13 executives in acting, including some people on the board are in acting positions. And they are holding and managing trillions of rands. So look at their board over here. So you can see that the COO is acting, the other lady there next to her is acting, strategy is acting. So many people acting. You can go to and check this out on their website. So for the first time, they are seeking a chief operations officer to replace the acting COO. You cannot have a company with an acting COO. If your COO leaves today, by tomorrow, there must be another COO. But these guys have got so many acting positions, and these are critical positions. So in terms of South Africa, there is a big shortage of skills at the higher level. So in government, almost all departments are acting, have got acting executives or from deputy director upwards. They don't have people in substantive positions. The reason being, the skills required or the qualifications required, most people do not have those qualifications. So a position can go for 5 years without a person being filled, especially in government. So let's look at this one, this company here. And I think this is of interest to those people who are in, what do you call this, people who are in management. So in fact, I'm going to show you this so that you can see. All right, so we're going to put it here. Who is in acting positions here? So we've got the chief executive officer. She's new. She just replaced someone acting. The COO, David Jarvis, is acting. Then the mining metals investment section, Nina Yose, is acting. Sizwe Damane, chief risk officer, is acting. We've got Rian Kotsi is acting. Is industry planning and project development. We've got manufacturing. Mark Goliath is acting. We've got Piwe Marumo, strategy and corporate affairs. She's acting. So obviously we've got Patience Mushungwa, who is human capital, substantive, and then the group company secretary here is not acting. And then legal and compliance, obviously, they are in position. But the positions that you have as acting are critical. You can't have so many people on your executive list who are acting. But that is what it is. And they're looking, this is one of the most interesting positions. You'll be handling billions and trillions of money. Most of the companies on the JSE, the IDC has got shares in them. And then in international news, we have seen the grounding of 50 of these aircraft. So these aircraft have been grounded. UPS and FedEx use these planes, and they're called MD-11. So this fleet has got over 50 airplanes. On the 4th, which is about 6 days ago, on Tuesday last week, there was a plane crash which killed 14 people. And they have grounded this plane because they don't know why it crashed. So no one knows why this plane has crashed just after takeoff. So it crashed in a residential area. Many people took video of this. So 50 of these planes have been grounded. UPS lost 14 people. People on the ground also died. So the people who were on the flight, I think there were 4, and then the people on the ground were 10 who passed away during this crash, and no one as yet knows what caused the crash. Then in terms of my people, one of my favorite people, Aranga Mpofu, has moved to the USA from China. So you know that I follow her very closely. I think she's one of the most underrated YouTubers in Zimbabwe. So she moved from China where she was living and is now studying in the USA. And what she did this weekend was she went and sang in the choir. So go and check out Rangampof. She's amazing. So I like her. She does so much. And when she works out, it's a wonder to watch. So go and check out Rangampof. Her channel is amazing. And then let's see who else we want to cover. In Kariba, someone has passed away. This is after. So the MP of Kariba is Mutsa Murombedzi. So she says, woke up to heartbreaking news. And that is after Gloria Konde was trembled to death by an elephant. So let me tell you a secret about Kariba. So many people are killed by elephants in Kariba. So every year, my understanding is that at least 10 people get killed by elephants. What should you avoid doing when in Kariba? Do not walk on foot from one place to another. So don't walk from, let's say at heights or whatever, and you want to walk. Don't do it. You have to wait for a car. Or you must use a motorbike. Otherwise, you get killed. So this is the second time. You remember the guy from the radio station was also killed, the security guard. So it's very dangerous to walk around at Kariba. You must use a car or a bike. Sorry, not a bike, a motorbike. Don't use a bicycle, because if you use a bicycle, if you are seen by an elephant, it will chase you, and those things are fast. So you can't outrun an elephant. I know that in your imagination. If you imagine yourself outrunning an elephant, it's not possible. So when you see elephants, they've already seen you, and they are very, very fast. So many people get killed, and unfortunately, this has happened again yesterday. So the day before yesterday. So go and check out Mutsa Murombedzi MP. She says that someone has been killed, and this very spot is the same spot where that guy from the radio station was killed. I understand. When I'm over there, those things just stand there, and if you're unlucky, you're gone. It's terrible. And then let's look at one more feature here. So we've seen one of the other people saying Zanu-PF member. She was in China for over how many years? 10 years, and only came back 2 months ago to Zimbabwe, and barely 3 months at home she was killed in a car accident. That is Sibo over here, over 10 years in China, understanding. And so said for a decade, for 10 years, only come back to Zimbabwe for 3 months and has passed away. So very sad to see a Zanu-PF member passing away. Right, then in South Africa again, one of the head of investigations has been kidnapped and kept, and then their gadgets were stolen. So this is Matthew Sesoko. You can go and check out IDAC, head of investigations, robbed of their cell phone and their laptop. So you can clearly see what was happening over there. And obviously, we've got the trending young lady over here. She is trending for her skill. So she's got many skills that she implements at church. So apparently she's now in hospital after she was filmed. I don't know who was filming this. People just don't know how to mind their own business. You need to mind your own business. You don't need to film other people when they're doing whatever they're doing. In fact, there was a guy in Masvingo who kept filming other people. It was bad. So this young lady, together with another guy, what is interesting about this is that she initiated the whole thing. So apparently, she's the one who said, come over to this side. She was leading the whole thing. And the poor guy had no choice but to follow her where she was taking him. I think this is the most watched video in the whole of Africa right now. Okay, let's go to our sponsors. If you want to be like that guy, here is your solution. We've got 2-for-1 special. So we've got 2-for-1 very special. This is the only genuine Mve. So this is Mve. It's genuine. It's yellow at the front, or sort of yellowish, and silver at the back. And there is no way open. So if you do this and you do this, there's no open. Don't allow someone to touch your Mve. So this is Mve, and we currently have a 2-for-1 special. UK, Scotland, Ireland. You buy one, you get one free, and free shipping by DHL. You get it within 3 days. And then in Zimbabwe, you WhatsApp our numbers. So you WhatsApp our numbers and you arrange either delivery or pickup, half price for the month of November. So half the price that you normally pay. And do not miss this opportunity. This is one of the most powerful herbs you can ever get. So go and buy yourself a packet. If you're in the UK, find a friend and you share the cost, half, and you get what you need to get. Then this week, once again, we are awaiting Nyoka Mabunu's appearance in court. So if I'm not mistaken, it's on the 17th. So Nyoka Mabunu has been caught and he has yet to be charged. So at the moment, as we speak right now, he has not pleaded on these charges. He has never pleaded because the actual case has not started. So there's been preliminary issues all along, 160 days and counting in jail. So why is this like this? There is no lawyers. So the lawyers that are there have quit the case, and now we've got an advocate and no attorney. That is as far as I know. Currently at the moment, there is an advocate and no attorney. So in South Africa, it's different. There is 2 people that can represent you, an advocate and an attorney. The attorney will take instructions from the advocate. And if you do not have an attorney, the advocate cannot appear in front of a judge. That is my understanding. So whoever is handling the cases, they need to clarify what needs to be done here. Because as far as I know, the attorney has quit, and we'll see what happens with that. Then, regarding Nkulumane and Gambakwe's presidential campaign, we're going to make an important announcement next week on Sunday. So we're going to make an important announcement on Sunday. Something important is going to happen. So we're going to make an important announcement on Sunday. I'll let you guys know what announcement we're going to make regarding Nkulumane and Gambakwe's presidential campaign. Then today, Mkomamo Presidium is going to go and file the Constitutional Court application against Mnangagwa's 2030. This is going to be one of the most historic and important cases in the whole of Zimbabwe. So I would like to appreciate Mkomamo Precision. He's done a good job. What we're seeing here is the first time that Mnangagwa is going to have to respond to a court case. He's going to give the facts and then we'll report it to you within the next 10 to 15 days. We'll be able to report to you what Mnangagwa has said. Now let's go to our people. And I'm going to start as usual with the people I like the most. And let's go right now to Facebook. And I want to, let's see who I'm going to start with here, who has published. I hate these guys who come to the top of my channel and put nonsense. I don't like it. So if I follow someone and then they start posting garbage, I don't like it. So let's go to Mini. We like Mini. I like it to be our patron at Amatuke for ED. Look at it. What is she saying here? She did put a picture, but she didn't say anything. And then yesterday night, I attended the Arupe Jesuit University Culture Night, where 24 countries showcased their culture. Let's see a culture. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not sharing. Sorry about that. That is the problem being Amatuki. You tend to miss things. So there it is. Right. You can see the culture of certain people. So Minnie is extremely tall. Look at her. She like towers above many people. Amazingly tall. I've never met Minnie in my whole life. I promise. Some people would think I met her. I've never met Minnie. She is amazing, but she's extremely tall and imposing. So ukadaizwa office kwa Minnie, unaenda uchidedera, unonga uchichika. So that is her over here, looking amazing. Minnie doing a lot of work for the Lord. And then let's go to Madam Boss. Madam Boss featured Tatenda Mavetera. I promise that Tatenda Mavetera, I've never talked to her. I've tried as many times as possible to talk to her, but she ignores me. And then let's go to AfriPraise. So AfriPraise, when is this happening? This is happening in Perth on the 22nd, and then in Melbourne on the what date is it? 23rd, and in Sydney on the 29th. If you are in Australia and you miss these guys, I don't know what else you can do before Christmas. You've got my favorite couple here. You've got all the people that I like in this poster. Go over there and see these people. You'll be blessed. Go there and let's make it happen. And then let's look at Chidosa Nyatwe. Chidosa Nyatwe, some of the most beautiful hair I've ever seen. So let's see the recently held Tech Convergence Forum, organized by Techno Meg, featured 9 key plenary sessions, one of which focused on social media influencers. So you can see Madam Boss over here. What is that? The young lady, Tari Rogezi. I featured them multiple times. And then today I had the honor, that is Tatina Mavetera. But let me tell you a secret. When I first started Gambakwe Media, the first place I went was Techno Meg. So I drove from Johannesburg. I went to NAST Hub, Innovation Hub, MSU Innovation Hub. I went to UZ Innovation Hub. I went to Africa University Innovation Hub. I talked to the professors there, the vice chancellor there. I talked to them. I sat down with all of them. And then we said, let's make our universities successful. At that time, we're trying to combine the hubs together. And then lastly, I went to Technomag. And we went and sat there. I think the office was at 1 Union Avenue at that time. And this company is amazing, probably linked to one of the biggest prophets in Zimbabwe at that time. I don't know if they're still linked to him, but they were linked to him at that time. So amazing stuff. Technomag doing very well. And obviously Gambakwe doing much better than that time. That is amazing. Then let's look at, where is the hair? I want to see her hair. Chido Sanyatwe's hair is amazing. It's trending. Good job, Chido Sanyatwe. I like the hair. I'll clap for you tomorrow. And then let's go to President Hakainde Hichilema. President Hakainde Hichilema is loved across Zambia. People love him. Look at that. So that is President Hakainde Hichilema over here. One of the most biggest and well-organized political parties, UPND, unbeatable in any election, with the best president for Zambia right now. That is amazing. Keep it up, President Hakainde Hichilema. And then the Evangelical Church in Zambia also met with President Hakainde Hichilema. So hardworking, this president. Zambia is blessed. And then let's go to President Dumaboko. So President Dumaboko is giving a State of the Nation address today, if I'm not mistaken. So let me see if this is confirmed here. All right, so I'm going to look here. Okay, nothing here as yet, but as soon as they do give a State of the Nation address, I'm going to give it to you. BW presidency, Botswana presidency. Let's see what they're saying. I'm still coming to Mnangagwa and see if his people are now waking up and posting every day. Right, Sona on Monday. So they did give a Sona. Okay, today is Monday. They are giving a sauna today. So that is at 2 p.m. Is it at 2? Let's see what time it is. Yes, at 2 o'clock today, we're seeing the sauna of Botswana, President Hakainde Hichilema, and President Mapoko, my best presidents. I'm going to obviously celebrate when President Hakainde Hichilema wins next year. Then let's go to X and look at our people. At X, let's start with First Lady of Zimbabwe, Mamoyo. First Lady of Zimbabwe. Let's see what she say. First Lady of Zimbabwe. Right. 5 November, 4 November, no one is at home. In terms of posting, that lady with the bag, she's not posting. You know that lady with the bag, who was the bag? Then let's look at Chamisa. Ariere Chamisa, omboy wangu. Uriere, pano ombono Chamisa. Apana chapostwa. So nothing is yet. Let's look at who else? Sanyatwe. Is Sanyatwe back from Russia? Let's see if he's back from Russia. Not back, but I guess he's on a flight. And then let's look at Mnangagwa. So Mnangagwa has got 2 accounts. Do you see that Mnangagwa is not verified here? It's strange. So let's see if it's verified. Because presidents are automatically verified. So this one is not verified for some reason. So let's see if it's really Mnangagwa, or maybe I've been talking about someone else. So this is Emerson Dambudzo. Mnangagwa is not verified. What about President of Zimbabwe? Let's see. President of Zimbabwe over here. So that is President of Zimbabwe, verified automatically. So October 31, November 7. So this is Sadak, and then November 7. So this guy is very lazy who runs Mnangagwa's account. He must at least post 2 or 3 times. Do you know how many things Mnangagwa did yesterday? And they only posted 1 or 2. Look how busy the guy who is working for Tagwire is. I want to show you Tagwire's guy. Tagwire's guy is so busy, like he's always posting. If Tagwire breathes, he posts. If Tagwire walks to the bathroom, he posts. Look how many times he posted yesterday. And even post from Mnangagwa. Like, that's crazy. This man who is running Tagwire's account is amazing. Tagwire is going to connect with so many young people. He posts about everything. Even he doesn't find anything to post, he posts. And then who is left? Who did you leave? Who did you leave? I don't think we've left anybody. If I left anybody, you can go and check it out on their social media platforms. I follow so many people, and I hope that our people will go online and do well. Okay, I think we've covered everything for now. Let us go and recap, and then I'm out. So please go and support Job Sikhala at court. One of the worst things is for a journalist who is based, or a YouTuber who is based in Johannesburg, to sit at the house and then say, oh, why did Gambakwe come from Cape Town and go to court? Gambakwe Chigananda, where did he get money to go on a flight to go and see Job Sikhala? Why did Gambakwe get the news first? He is MD. What's MID is MID. What is it, Zoro? Stop being such a waiter and go and see Sikhala at court. Because some of you are working full-time jobs. Media is part-time. So you don't understand why we know what's going on. We know what's going on because we do media, and you are just part-time. You are just part-time. So you won't get it. So sad to see that HICC is still in jail. So that is John HICC here, the vice chairman of Chadema, and the police have now issued a statement looking for 9 other leaders of Chadema. And this comes as we've got over 6,000 people dead in Tanzania. The number is rising every single day. They've cut the internet, and they were just shooting at sight. So if they saw you during the curfew, they would shoot you at sight. Like the moment they see you, they shoot. And John HICC, a massive figure here, taking over from, I think it's called Tundu Lissu. I make mistake on this name. Yes, it's called Tundu Lissu. So now the 2 top people of Chadema in jail and 9 more sought by the police. Right, and this was what was happening. It was crazy. People came from Kenya to protest. People came from other countries to fight against one of the worst dictators ever seen in Africa. God is going to punish her in public. That is Samia Suluhu Hassan. It's so sad to see someone doing this. Right, guys, I think I've covered everything. Let's quickly look at the comments. It's almost 50 minutes. I need an assistant. Vano batu asesha Sarwaka ndiye friendment wezvigananda. So thank you Gambakwe. So we're going to Joburg, which is here Global IT Summit. I don't do IT summits. I don't care about IT. Gambakwe Pugin told you that your case is useless. Did you learn something, or you will stick to your guns? Is he a judge? He's not a judge. The Constitutional Court has accepted our papers. We go to the Constitutional Court. Then your children, when they're reading history, Gambakwe and the more Presidium Muzadzi challenged Mnangagwa when he attempted to go for the 3rd term. The judges make a decision. It's recorded in history. Are you going to be in the books of history of Zimbabwe? If you write Gambakwe's case is weak, what? They won't write in history that you said that. They will write that Gambakwe went to the Constitutional Court. Learn what's important, what's not. Yes. Thank you very much, Veronica. I love President Rumaboko. Let's see what he says today. Where is Sikhala? I've already explained. We're going to see Sikhala within the next 2 hours. I'll be with him. And Dangote is going to be coming on Wednesday. That's why I think it's impossible that a chairperson cannot talk with the deputy chair. It has been happening. Mnangagwa and Chiwenga were not talking. And let me tell you when it went to the West. I want to remind you guys, Chiwenga is a very calm person. He is very calm. But do you remember this day? I want to remind you guys, this day. That is the day. This was the day when everything went to hell. Like, that was the lowest day between Mnangagwa and Chiwenga. And it's barely 2 weeks back, 3 weeks back. These guys, someone has set them down and talked to them. It's not possible that this happened automatically. So something happened and we don't know what it is. So I have to go and watch Ranga Mpov. She's so amazing. Go and watch her, please. I want you to be our patron in our association. Top Soup for ED. Top Soup for ED. I want to be a member of Top Soup for ED. Right. I would like to thank all of you for watching. It's been amazing. And I really enjoy these morning shows. What I'm going to announce on Sunday will be important in how we proceed going forward. As I said, we need to move our office to Zimbabwe. And obviously, there will be a break. There will be some sort of disruption. But I'll announce this on Sunday and let you guys know. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys shortly.